Hi, this is Higin, and today I would love to share with you 4 pieces of information that I wish I have known when I was learning dance at the university or at the ballet school. These are 4 pieces of information that I find extremely crucial to learning, and somehow only later I realized how important they were. But maybe if you're at the dance education right now, you can make use of these pieces of information. Excuse me for the background. I am right now in Belgrade. I'm teaching in the dance university, and this is the flat that I'm staying at. So, yeah. So, number one is to not underestimate the role of awareness. I see a lot of dancers, a lot of dance students that haven't made it so far in them sensing themselves. And actually, what makes a really good performer is when he or she is able to really express with all parts of the body, to be conscious of every little detail at all times. And how do you get there? Well, you get this like by practice. So you dance, and suddenly you have, all the awareness, all the knowledge you need. But there are some shortcuts, and you can, for example, do Feldenkrais, which is for free. You can read a book, you can go on the website, it's for free. You can do yoga consciously, you can do even workout, but when you do workout, you have to really think and on sensing what is actually happening to your body. And why is this important? Is because it helps you to learn, because if you have to organize a movement in space that is in relation to your own body, if you don't know where your body is in space at the moment, if you don't feel it, if you don't sense it, then it's very difficult to copy movements. So in dance education, it was my biggest problem. So I looked for 1,000 ways how to get there, and my personal favorite way was doing Feldenkrais every morning. I mean, the awareness for movement. So that's the number one. Number two is the role of pain. So generally, dancing shouldn't be painful. It shouldn't be painful because you go on the floor. It shouldn't be painful because you lift your leg. It shouldn't be painful because you stretch. It generally, pain is an enemy of learning things. Pain will create inhibitions in your body. Pain will create muscular reactions that are contrary to what you want to do. So as much as you can, avoid pain at all times. And if you're having pain while, I don't know, rolling on the floor or turning your joints in a certain way, then probably you're doing something wrong. I cannot stress this enough. When I started my contemporary dance education, I was a little blue man, full of blue spots, and that was awful. It is linked to my lack of awareness, but as I said, I probably shouldn't have pushed myself so much towards the painful positions. Maybe the better way to learn it would have been, take it slowly and only afterwards increase the level of difficulty, and not just go into the cold water right away. So try to avoid pain if you can. I mean, good dancing is not painful. The next thing is resting, and that is resting in the process of learning itself. That is, the nervous system, usually when it coordinates the pattern for the first time, it usually needs this extra time to process. So once you do an exercise once or twice, it's good to give it like little resting time. Doesn't mean you get lazy and you forget about it, just maybe reduce the movement activity for a while and then come back to it. So resting there, and also resting within a week, within the whole unit of work, because we need to regenerate. and it's very tempting to push, but you know, if you get yourself in this vicious circle of, you know, constantly pushing yourself, and you don't give yourself like a day a week or half day every, you know, 3 days rest, then how to say, progressively you will get tired. Like there is a certain kind of tiredness that is not just the second day tiredness, but it's like chronic tiredness that can appear in your body. That happened to me many times, and yeah, I'm guilty of not resting. But if you can, schedule specifically time for that. Which brings me back to the next point and the last one, which is the role of nutrition. Nutrition is completely underrated, especially in dance education. Maybe it's more the focus of fitness, maybe it's more the focus of yoga, but generally I think that we should place more attention, and what I mean by nutrition, not just the quality of the products, because that exists a lot in our community. Like we pay attention, okay, is it biological, is it I don't know, vegan, is it from happy plants, but there is also this other more pragmatic aspect, which is, do I get enough proteins? And when I say enough proteins, I mean usually more than you think you need, because we do so much training, especially in dance education, that you really need to recover your body, and for muscle recovery you really need protein. So you need to think of yourself a little bit as an athlete, not only as an artist. So that's number one. Number two is iron, magnesium, and all kinds of minerals that the body gets depleted of while training. That's, I think, normal also, because for the process of muscle recovery we need those extra substances. Usually you need more substances like this than normal people. And yeah, I guess enough liquids, that one you know. Alcohol and coffee, these are like inflammatory substances that when you have any kind of injury will slow down extremely the recovery time. So if you want to speed up the recovery time, instead of coffee and alcohol, you, for example, take in curcuma tea or ginger tea, and that's the anti-inflammatory kind of substances. So think also of those things, like even so in the training, but also when you're injured, like there are intelligent ways how you can feed your body, because in the end we are what we eat. These were my 4 pieces of advice. You probably won't hear it in the dance or other kinds of movement education, and I hope this was helpful to you. Have a wonderful day, and good luck. I keep my fingers crossed for all of you that are right now in training. Cheers!